For the honor of Grayskull!
So, during WonderCon, I guess they showed off a couple of like clips. They weren't official releases, so they're on shaky cam. I try to find the best quality of this video. I will leave links in the description below to the people who uploaded them, so trying to give credit to those people. But normally I wouldn't cover this kind of stuff because it's not an official release and it looks like crap, like quality wise. But enough people were commenting on my trailer reaction video about these two clips, so I'll cover them and give you my thoughts about them. I don't know if I'm going to be showing the actual footage since it's so terrible, so it might just be screenshots. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But and just for full disclosure, I always hated these kinds of videos where there's like an audience, because even back in the day with Avatar: Last Airbender, they would show these clips during Comic-Cons and everyone's freaking out and screaming, and I hate it. Just shut the hell up. Let's just watch the clips. The first one is the least offensive of the two, because the second one actually makes fun of the actual 80s original show. But this first one's like a generic action scene, and it looks like the Horde's going after some those temples, the first one's tech, and then Catra just kind of says something really dumb that doesn't make any sense. There's enough first one's tech to power an armada of robots forever. Well, is first one's technology, or is it like a battery or an energy source? It just doesn't make any sense. Of course, not Catra, but in chapters like, oh, I want it, like, you know, just being silly. And I got a couple of chuckles. It's really funny because Frostia is now doing one-liners. When we first met this character, she was very cold and stoic, haha, pun intended. But now she's like cracking jokes and saying silly, stupid stuff. Glimmer and Frostia, and she's like, I see you to drop in. She literally looks over at Glimmer like expecting a, hey, come on, give me a laugh. That was funny, right?
Nice of you to drop in!
If this is the way she's going to be, like every time they fight, it's going to be it's going to hurt my head the whole entire time. It sounds really, really stupid, and it's really lame to make another jokey character who does silly, funny stuff. I'm guessing she iced the floor or whatever. It's funny. The person who recorded this keeps getting Discord notifications, so I literally thought it was me getting notifications. So I'm like, what the hell is going on? No, it's the person who recorded. You can hear that little boop boop. But they're like fighting, and She-Ra's giving commands, which is nice because She-Ra needs to start like leading her team like a leader should. I don't know if she's talking to her teammates or talking to her sword, because it keeps changing into things, and it's a really crappy angle, but it literally looks like it turns into a cup, like a little like a mug or something. I don't know, because I guess she can't control her powers all the way yet, and it keeps changing into things. Like in another scene, it ends up turning into like a rope instead of a weapon. We get Boomhauer and Mermista. They attack a robot. Perfuma holds it still. Mermista fills it with water, and it explodes like a water balloon. Are these things made of rubber, or are they made of metal? Because that wouldn't happen. In the animation, you can tell is really cheap because it goes really fast, and it just like explodes. Like, what the hell? That doesn't make any damn sense. This whole entire time, none of the bad guys are actually there. I guess these robots are autonomous and they're watching it. Scorpia and Enchapter are watching like how someone would watch a football game or a boxing match, and they're like, yeah, fight, yeah, do it. And they even make like a joke like, oh, he's not going to recover from that. Like she's like being the announcer. Are we serious, or are we silly cartoon silly? It's just, it bounces back and forth, and just pick a style. Be silly and stupid, or be serious. It doesn't, of course, it doesn't attack them. Glimmer and Frostia teleport in, and Frosty has a big ice fist, and I guess that's what she used to punch it, but you can't tell because the animation is really bad. And then she's like, take that, bot face.
Show you, bot face!
No one in the audience is laughing, and this is an audience it's a captive audience who came to see this, so they love She-Ra. You could hear a pin drop. Frostia's jokes are not funny. Even the most fanatical fanatics don't find her funny. Stop. This character, there's nothing you can do about it now, but let's make this character more serious as the series goes on, not just the silly idiot. Glimmer takes out they're one-shotting all these robots. I don't get it. Then that's when you get the Scorpia joke. Oh, he's not recovering from that. And Chopper covers her eyes. Oh no, I can't watch. Tell me what's happening. No, don't tell me. Oh no. And they're just feeling silly. Then we got She-Ra's fighting another robot. But if Glimmer can one-shot these things, She-Ra should be able just to look at these things with a mean look and it should beat them. Because if Glimmer's, it's just ridiculous because she's not powerful. She has like magical items, but her physical strength is that of a 14-year-old girl. Out of shape 14-year-old girl. And I'm assuming this is going to be a plot point to the series where, at least in season 2, where She-Ra can she can call her shield. Apparently she can make a cup. And now her sword turned into a lasso. And she's like, why don't you turn it into anything that I want you to turn into? So I'm not understanding if she's not being able to control it. Was she thinking about ropes? Was she thinking about something? Because it has to be based off of her. I don't think the sword has its own mind of its own and it just turns into what it wants to turn into. But She-Ra wraps up the robot, and then this is the kind of stuff I can't stand. She runs around the backside, slides underneath it with no momentum, and goes like 50 feet. How in the F did she pull off that slide without a running start? And the animation moves really quick. It's just that cheap, awful animation, and like there's a screen here. It just looks terrible. Look how huge. I know this the angle's off and weird just from the person recording this, but look at her thighs. What the hell? It just looks awful. So she takes it down easy and then gets on top of it and like, hey, Ketra. And then the whole everyone in the freaking audience starts yelling and screaming. Okay, we get it. You guys love these two. It's ridiculous. That's the end of the first clip. The second one is the one that's the most offensive because people were describing this scene to me, but I really only saw screen caps, but now I actually watched the full video and it's beyond ridiculous. They're doing like a war room scene. You know, it was very, to me personally, very made famous in like the X-Men, where they would have like a digital like a display of like, okay, this is the mission, we're gonna come in this way. But since it's all mystical, it's all just done with like a paper map. And Bo has little figurines for every character. Mister has like literally like a doll, and everyone else has like little playing pieces. And it's a play on Dungeons and Dragons because even the little thing that She-Ra's using, Adora, it looks like the Dragon Master's screen. It's like a little trifold little thing that has all the stats and monster hit points, all the stuff that a Dungeon Master needs. But look at this angle. How big is Adora and how tiny is Perfuma? This looks awful. Is Perfuma like 3 feet tall? It hurts my eyes to look at it. Gotta move on. Adora's trying to explain what's going on, and Bo just like snatches the Dragon's Master screen from her, and he's like, oh no, let me explain it. And he's like, oh, in my plan, no one gets hurt. And he's like being stupid and silly. Again, is this something, are they planning a real attack? Are people's lives on the line here? People could die in this war. And then Bo's just seriously doing oh, let me be silly and tell a silly plan where we all win. It hurts my head. But this is where the disrespect comes in. They play up the 80s styles because this is all in, of course, the man's fantasy world. So it's all going to be stupid and silly. Like that old stupid silly's 80s cartoon. Wasn't that stupid that a man thought of that? And he's so stupid. That's exactly what they're playing it up for. But like everyone said in the comments, it kind of backfires because everyone in this audience is like flipping out over the designs because they're like, oh wow, it's like the 80s version. You can hear people talking so much better. Everyone looks better. Even Bo with his mustache, because the original character was a white guy with red hair and he had an awesome mustache. Then Bo has one too in this little like fantasy. He doesn't look bad. He's buff. It just looks better. I'm sorry. These designs are a million times better. They show the other characters. She-Ra's in her classic costume. Glimmer, Perfuma, Frosty, they're all wearing the they're in these designs but wearing the 80s costumes, and they look so much better. She-Ra looks so much better. It's ridiculous how much better she looks. We don't get a really good look at it here, but just look at that. Just from this screenshot, it looks pretty damn good. I'm seeing no one really mentioned this, but it looks like Perfuma is really into Bo because everything he does, she's like, oh, she has her fingers, interlocked. And even during the little like war room scene, she's like, likes his little idea with all the little figurines. So I'm glad Perfuma likes him. I don't know if Bo returns the feelings, but at least a girl likes a boy in this show. And then I think that the highlight of this whole little thing is Catra, and she looks amazing. she's wearing the old school costume, like she has the popped collar, the dress, the makeup on. She looks, if you had to meld the two designs together, this is a perfect thing. And she looks great. She looks like an adult too, not like, you know, a 12-year-old girl. The only thing is, of course, she has like all the cat puns and she meows all the time and everything. Okay, that was from the 80s. It's a little silly. But the audience is going nuts. They love it. The best part is she actually has her panther form. It's a little silly looking when she turns into a panther, but that's cool. I want her to be able to get that ability in the show. But since this thing came out and it's showing it as a big joke, everyone, oh, look, this is just a stupid man's fantasy. So I'm guessing we're never going to get that, like an ability for her in the actual show, which is sad that they took something that was supposed to be cool and just made it a silly gag. And in the screenshot here, does She-Ra have breasts in this? Like a woman? I must have killed these animators to draw these. They're drawing the round, but like, oh no, your boobs are they're my kryptonite. I can't draw them. So they actually drew them, and she looks good. It's a simplistic version of the original costume, but it looks pretty damn good. And then that's when we get the transformation. She puts her little mask down and everything. And it's pretty cool. And the audience goes nuts. They love it. They want this. And they just play it as a big joke. Oh, I ran out of figurines, so she could turn to a cat now. Oh yeah, and the Horde has dragons now. So those are the two extra little clips. Again, there's links for them in the description below, so you can check them out yourself. But yeah, stupid silly jokes. Bad animation, and that the worst is making fun of the original show, not like in an endearing kind of way, but look how stupid this was, look how dumb and silly this was, look how great and wonderful we are. Nobody liked it. Insert the meme. Everyone disliked that. It's you talking crap about the original fans, the original show, the thing that if it didn't exist, your show wouldn't exist. So if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all, you know? And then the reverse happened. Everyone loved it. And so your stupid little joke to make fun of them, they're like, no, they really wanted this, but I don't know. I thought this was going to be just some silly thing they did just for the con, but apparently this is actually really part of an episode. And it's kind of sad. It's kind of heartbreaking that they could have took these designs and they evolved them, which looks pretty decent. If these would have been the actual designs from the very beginning, I think a lot of people would have gave this show a little more leeway, because you're paying homage to the original but you're putting your own spin on it. That's the way things should be done. But it's always destroy the past. It was problematic. It was wrong, and we're gonna do it the right way. So yeah, tell me what you guys thought about these little clips. I wish there was better quality, but it's shaky cams, like someone recorded with their cell phone. So I apologize for that. And the 26th is coming right up, and people are telling me it's only like 7 episodes. I'm so happy if it's only 7 episodes, because that means only a week of She-Ra instead of like 2. But yeah, I'm going to be reviewing 1 episode a day. Going to see Endgame first on the 26th. So starting on the 27th, we'll get I'll do 1 episode every day until the second season's over. So I'll catch you guys then. Thanks for watching. Crimson Saint here. Thanks for watching the video. If you're enjoying the content, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss a single upload. If you have any tips or story ideas, hit us up on Twitter at C15Podcast, or better yet, join our Discord server, link in the description below.